Thursday morning, March 10th, 2022. My favorite baseball records. Most times on base, one season. Who holds it? Babe Ruth, 379 times reaching base, one season. Remarkable. You have Billy Hamilton, 362 times. Ted Williams, 358. Babe Ruth again, 353. Babe Ruth, 346. Ted Williams, 345. Wade Boggs, 342. Lou Gehrig, 342. Wade Boggs again, 340. Ty Cobb, 336. Ted Williams, 335 times. Reaching base. Figure you get 550, 600 at bats. And if you could reach base 379 times, remarkable. Most times on base in one season, in one game. Johnny Burnett, 9 times, 18 inning game. He reached base 9 times. Whew. But he's not in the Hall of Fame, Johnny Burnett. All right, career times on base, not just for one season, but for the career. Who holds the record? Pete Rose, 5,929 times reaching base. Now, we know that Pete has the most career plate appearances. He has 15,890. And out of those 15,000 times coming to the plate, he reached base 5,929 times. So about a third of the time. It wasn't half the time, because if it was half, it would be like 7,500. So about a third, 5,929. Ty Cobb is second, 55.32. Ricky Henderson, 53.43. Carl Yastrzemski, 53.04. Stan Musial, 52.82. Hank Aaron, 52.05. Tris Speaker, 49.98. Babe Ruth, 49.78. Eddie Collins, 48.91. And Willie Mays, 47.91. How about career home runs per at bat? Career. Babe Ruth hit a home run every 11.76 times at the plate. Count 11 at bats, home run. Guaranteed. That was his average for a career. Jim Thome, every 13 times up. Ralph Kiner, 14. Harmon Killebrew, 14. Ted Williams, almost 15. How about for one season? A home run per at bat per season. Who holds the record? Babe Ruth. Every 8 at bats in the 1920 season, he hit a home run. Here's a dubious record. How about most hits by the pitch in one season? Who holds the record? Huey Jennings, 51 times hit by the pitch. Must have crowded the plate. Career hit by the pitch, two players. Huey Jennings, 287 times, and Craig Biggio, 285 times. How about sacrifice fly? Not much of a stat, but if you got a man on third and less than 2 out, you hit a fly ball to left, center, or right, and the guy from third scores, called a sacrifice fly. Who holds the record? Eddie Murray, 128. Cal Ripken, 127. Robin Yount, 123. Hank Aaron, 121. Frank Thomas, 121. George Brett, 120. Andrew Dawson, 118. How about most intentional walks one season? Who holds the record? Willie McCovey, 45 times intentionally walked. I hate it. Let's say you're in the stands and you're watching a ball game, and a slugger comes up to the plate, and what does the pitcher do? He walks him intentionally. How thrilling. Pitcher's a coward. I don't care. If you're a pitcher, you should be able to get the guy out. Why are you giving him a free pass? Are you afraid to pitch to him? Pathetic. Most intentional walks one game, Andrew Dawson 5 times. Career intentional walks. Who holds the record? Career. Stan Musial. I didn't know that. 298 times. Hank Aaron, 293. Willie McCovey, 260. Vladimir Guerrero, 250. Ken Griffey, 246. Ted Williams, 243. George Brett, 229. Willie Stargell, 227. Who's not in that list? Babe Ruth. You know what that show? You know what that tells me? Back in the 1900s, 1920s and 30s, those pitchers were not afraid to pitch to Babe Ruth. Even though Babe got a lot of walks, they didn't intentionally walk him. They had the guts. They pitched. Nowadays, pitchers are cowards. Sorry. If you intentional walk, worst stat in baseball, or worst thing to happen in baseball, in my opinion. Reaching base. Earl Averill in 1962 reached base 17 times in a row. Not bad. That's a record. How about hitting streak? We all know Joe DiMaggio, 56 games in 1941. A record. Nobody's coming close. The closest is Pete Rose, 44 games. Willie Keeler, 44 games. George Sisler, 41. Ty Cobb, 40. Paul Molitor, 39. Ty Cobb, 35. Why can't anybody hit in more than 56 games in a row? Is it pressure? Must be the pressure. Joe DiMaggio. Runs batted in streak. Ray Grimes had an RBI in 17 games in a row. He's not in the Hall of Fame. About 2 hits streak. A guy named Count Campone. Count Campone, not in the Hall of Fame. Had 2 or more hits, 15 games in a row. Not bad. How about home run streak? Ken Griffey had a home run in 8 consecutive games. He's in the Hall of Fame. Other guys to do it, Don Manley and Dale Long. Both of them are not in the Hall, but Ken Griffey is. How about not striking out streak? Joe Sewell, Hall of Famer. 115 games in a row without striking out. Incredible. How about reaching base? We know Ted Williams, 84 games in a row, he reached base. How about most hits in a row? Walt Dropo had 12 hits in a row over 3 games. He's not in the Hall, though. How about consecutive games with 3 or more hits? Sam Thompson and George Brett had 6 games in a row with 3 hits in each game. 6 games in a row. Pretty good. How about consecutive games with 6 hits? You go 6 for 6. The next game, you go 6 for 6. Cal McFay did it, but he's not in the Hall. How about consecutive games scoring 1 or more run? Billy Hamilton, 24 games in a row, he scored a run. Pretty good. Most 2-hit games over a career. Pete Rose and Ty Cobb have over 1,000. Most 3-hit games, Ty Cobb, Tony Gwynn, Pete Rose. Most 4-hit games, Pete Rose. Most 5-hit games, Ty Cobb. Most 6-hit games. A lot of players have 2. Some are in the Hall. Jimmy Fox, El Delante, Jim Botany, and Kirby Puckett all have 2 6-hit games. Most 2 home run games. 2 home runs in a game. Who has the most? Babe Ruth, 72. Most 3 home run games. Johnny Mize, 6. Most grand slams. Lou Gehrig, 73. Longest homer, debatable. Could be the Babe, hit a 600-footer. Maybe Mickey Mantle hit one 600. We don't know. All right, those are some of my favorite baseball records as far as hitters. My next video will focus on pitchers and my favorite baseball records. Just to recap on this, what are my favorite baseball records? Well, in my previous videos, starting with episode 412, 413, and 414, I list all the records and the players and the numbers. But to recap, I've done batting average for one season, home runs one season, hits one season, hits for a career, hits for a game, 200 hits, hitting for the cycle, most total bases one game, total bases career, total bases for a season, on base percentage, career for the season. I've done slugging for the season, for the career, games played, scored runs one season, scored runs career, career at bats, most singles, most doubles, most triples, career triples, career doubles, career singles, runs batted in one game, runs batted in one season, walks for a season, for a career, stolen bases, season, career, extra base hits, season, career, plate appearances, career, base, most times on base, season, career, hit by the pitch, career home runs, sacrifice fly, intentional walks, reaching base, hitting streaks, runs batted in streak, 2 hit streaks, home run streaks, not striking out streak, reaching base streaks, consecutive games, 3 or more hits, 4 or more hits, 5 or more hits, 6 or more hits, 2 hit games, 3 hit games, 4 hit games, 5 hit games, 6 hit games, 2 home run games, 3 home run games, career grand slams, longest home runs. That's a recap of all the records I've covered. Remark, baseball records. Did you notice that in football, hockey, and basketball, there are records, but they're not as talked about as much as baseball records? You can talk for hours about the baseball achievements and records. There are football records, there are hockey records, there are basketball records, tennis records, track records, but baseball tops it all. Those records are more talked about than the other sports. Did you know that? All right, I'm done with this episode. Next one will be pitching records. Thanks for watching. I'm out.